Welcome to the Unconsciously Competent Podcast, where ignorance meets its match. I'm your host, Kash, strategist, sexologist, and professional growth agitator. And I'm joined by my tag team partner in truth, Tahoe. This podcast is for people confident enough to admit they don't know everything yet. But real growth doesn't start with being right. It starts with becoming aware. Inspired by the 4 stages of competence, we unpack relationships, money, parenting, power, pleasure, career, and all of those moments where you realize, yeah, I might need to unlearn that. We're not here to shame you. We're here to sharpen you, lovingly, of course. And if you've ever found yourself loud and wrong, curious and evolving, or somewhere in between, welcome. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. And if you enjoy this episode, stay connected with us. Head over to www.staycompetent.com, and there you'll find links to our YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and all of our audio platforms. Come on, baby. Let's check ourselves. Let's grow on purpose, and let's get consciously better together.
Tahoe.
Yo.
We got to do it. I was literally thinking about how I'm going to introduce myself, because on every other platform, I feel like I have mad names.
Yeah.
And I could not.
But are we enchanting today? Is that what we're doing?
I never know when that's going to happen.
Me neither, obviously. From every clip that's ever going viral. Me neither.
Yo, Tahoe be like,
why are you doing this? Again.
Yo, I'll be getting lost. I'll be so in the source, but I never know when it's going to happen. Sometimes the energy I play off of energy. Okay. So if y'all want me to chill, y'all gotta chill. Y'all gotta chill. But guys, welcome to Unconsciously Competent. Right. And this is where ignorance is about to meet its match, y'all. We are literally here to grow. We're literally to have conversations and talk about the things that you knew, but also the things that you never knew that you wanted to know. And I'm really excited about today's conversation. I'm Kash, and today we're just gonna leave it at that. Y'all could decide who showed up, whether it was your sexologist bestie or enchantress or, I literally am a little schizophrenic with the shit. But I want to pass it over to my guy over here on the right.
What's poppin', y'all? How y'all feeling? It's me, Tahoe TV. And yeah, I'm very excited to see what happens today. You think that ignorance is going to meet its competition when we have this guy here? I don't even know if it's possible, honestly, because first of all, he's a Virgo. Virgos don't. They're not going to give up. If you meet them here, they're going here.
That's a really good point. I ain't think about that.
So I don't know if you could even beat them, because they're going to do some shit that's just out this world.
I would say this. If we can get ignorance to meet its match with Billy, we really did a thing. Right. I would put that shit on my resume that I got Billy to stop being delusional, because over here to the right, we got Billy, you're delusional. Well, I actually have you stored on my phone as my delusional bestie.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I just said I want to start a delusional support group, because there's more people in it than we actually know.
But who's gonna lead that? Because you can't be the leader, because you're just gonna make it worse.
Is it gonna be somebody with sense, leading the best?
I honestly feel like, because he's a Pisces and he's older, he has more wisdom. Tahoe should be the leader.
No. Y'all not driving me crazy.
I was about to say I
already got 2 baby mothers. I don't need nobody else throwing off my equilibrium, being there with 10 delusional people throwing off the delusional thoughts.
He's going to be sitting there with this. Tahoe just be...
I'm good.
Well, if you're the sexologist, I'm the delusionologist.
Delusionologist.
I study delusion, and
I see that. I study delusion. At least you're honest.
I'm saying, I love how the word study comes up. Honest. I love how that was the perfect kind of segue. Could you tell them, Billy, a little bit about you for anybody, so they can get familiar with you, who you are, your platform, all of that?
Well, I'm Billy the Bad Guy, and my platform is a Needs to Be Studied podcast. You can tune in on Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, and on YouTube. And on that platform, we study relationships, dating, mental health, sex. And, have you ever been with a friend and you're like, oh, that needs to be studied? And so that's what we're doing. So, I like to have sexologists on. I like to have men on, because I can't really tell you from a straight man's perspective anything. I like to have conversations, because if I'm able to learn about myself, I know other people can learn too. So just recently, I learned I'm a love bomber. I just be blowing up shit.
Every time we talk to Billy, we discover a new delusion that he's discovered.
But you know what? I spent the block and I went to go see my ex. And
oh my God, why did you do that?
That never turns out well.
Why did you feel the need to do that? Did you notice that he was too happy? That he wasn't paying you no mind?
You just want to disrupt his peace?
Why I gotta be that? He emailed me on my birthday to say happy birthday.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, well, I had texted him and I was like, how are you? We had conversations and we started linking. And I just had to realize, like, you know, doing my show, I learned I was a love bomber and I had to take accountability. And I let him know, like, hey, I think I was love bombing you. Like some of the things.
Oh my God, bro. When? Before or now?
Before.
Okay.
I was love bombing him before. And I had to take accountability because some of my intentions were genuine. I was being genuine about the situations. However, I wanted to kind of manipulate you.
Like by love bomb, what type of shit were you doing?
Like, I would say, because I knew you wasn't used to the finer things in life. So, that sounds so bad to say.
I mean, not really.
But I would say, I would give you a different experience. Fucking with me. Can I curse on this show?
Why not?
Okay. Dealing with me is an experience. So because you had an experience with me of taking trips and doing a lot of things that I've been doing that you're doing for the first time, I tried to manipulate you because I wanted to let you know, like, you'll never get this experience anywhere else. So I will kind of, some may call it trick, but yeah, I was love bombing.
That sounds like a lot of deception. Yeah, I was about to say it sounds like a lot of just like calculated deceptive moves, because I feel like love bombing is more so just being on top of a person, hitting them with it. Oh,
I was doing that.
I love you so much, I can't be without you, I can't
I was doing that.
But what's the purpose of love bombing though? Because do you actually feel that way, or are you trying to deceive them in some way? Like, what's
it's a type of manipulation to have where you have control over the
but you know, sometimes it's not out of manipulation, and I think that's a misconception that a lot of people don't understand, because you have to look at something called attachment styles. So with attachment styles, it kind of speaks to the way you were nurtured and how that translates into the way you turn out in adulthood. And it's not to say that you have to stay the same, but your awareness of what your attachment style is helps you work towards it. So there's 4, and forgive me if I miss one of them, but I know that there's a secure attachment is the goal. But then you have disorganized, ambivalent, and then, you know, there's more so one for individuals who might experience a parent, for example, who had, you know, substance issues or mental disorders. You're not used to stability. So because you had that parent that were sometimes themselves and then sometimes not, you tend to have a hard time in adulthood with relationships, feeling like a person is going to still be there or that you can depend or count on it. You're more adaptable because you're used to always having to pivot. Whereas someone who might have had a parent who was avoidant, meaning they were present but not present. They took care of you. They put clothes on your back, but they didn't hug you. They didn't tell you I love you. They did whatever. So, you know, you grow up craving that in what you lacked. And then, you know, there's different ways that it can show up. The secured attachment is when you feel like people will respond to my feelings. I can trust people. I don't have to, you know, I need to make decisions about who it is. So I feel like a lot of love bombing people were people who were deprived of love. So now when they get a little taste of it, they're like,
they pour it
yeah.
on.
So
like a book.
yeah, it's not always coming from a bad place, but
because my attachment style is fear of abandonment.
So
I have abandonment issues. So I always used to say, like, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you, to make sure, like, why would you want to leave me? I love you so much. And just to give you that extra validation and feed into you. And I used to plan the future.
And then as soon as they on you, you be tired of them and you let them go. So you just got like a cemetery of people that just thought that you was fucking with them heavy.
So I'll tell you that one is the there are, I found it, guys. So that's the avoidant. And it says that they're more dependent in relationships, right? And they can be dismissive when they're ready, that they strongly fear a rejection or not feeling wanted, that sometimes it can attack their self-esteem if they don't, you know, certain things come up and you might have a little bit more of an anxiety in relationship. You're like, I got to watch you. I don't know what to expect out of you.
So me.
So yeah. So basically, once you know then you can do better. You can start to figure out, okay, what issues do I need to work on to work towards being more of a secured individual?
Well, what's the possibility of two secured people getting with each other out here? Because it sounds like a lot of secure people wind up being with the
opposite.
Yes, for sure.
Because they tether. But see, the problem is it's not necessarily an issue if you don't end up with your same attachment style, but it is an issue if there's no awareness that somebody isn't in that space and they're not proactively working towards it, because y'all can grow each other, right? A lot of people who grow up with secure, there's far more people of the other types than secured people, and that's a part of the growth process. That's why you do need to be studied, because even though you acknowledge your delusion, you still like, well, let's have a conversation so I can figure out my delusion. You're doing work.
Yes.
Speaking about being delusional,
What happened?
are there people that think they're secured but are actually like? Is there a test? Is there like
You can test your attachment style.
We kind of need that. Maybe we've been giving out all of these
resources and stuff
for people.
Yep.
We kind of need that, so the people that are listening right now be like, I wonder that, and that could help them break through why they reacted in certain situations in their life, which would lead them back to what Billy did and like, yo, you know what? I think I was wrong in this situation.
Because I find that you could trip the wires of a person who thinks they're secure, but really they're low key a narcissist, right? Where they're telling, I'm great. They have this. They feel so great about themselves. So I guess the best way I can give an example, I'll use a child, right? You get a little baby, they cry. You got some parents who, as soon as that baby cry, they run into that aid. They trying to figure out what's going on with them. How can I help them? How can I help you feel better? Right? That child doesn't grow up with a fear of whether people are going to respond to their emotions, versus the child who they're like, let that baby cry. They're doing it to try to teach that baby independence, but also the adverse effect of that is that it feels like I got to figure it out on myself because no one's going to come. Right. Yeah. So it translates over. You find that the kid who gets that reassurance and is constantly catered to are less fearful. They're trying things. They're not scared to fall because they know if they fall, somebody's going to help them up, versus the person who, doesn't. So then in adulthood, you got the ambitious people who go after everything. They ain't scared of nothing. They risk take. They get like, I'm going to try this business idea. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the other people who got that business idea who sit on it because what if it goes wrong? And what if everything gets fucked up? And I'm going to be
Nobody's going to help me.
Yep.
Yeah. So a lot of times you're 1,000% on that, because I absolutely was I closed down my business. I tell people all the time, as an entrepreneur, sometimes you have to know when it's time to let go. So I did close down Build a Man Workshop. And, I realized I was attracted to projects.
I think you still
same.
A little bit.
It's like your 7th podcast.
I like...
I mean, hey, if it works,
true.
You found
it's
your
true.
bag.
I made better decisions. Like
right.
I was investing in people that weren't investing in themselves. That was that's what I discovered was the problem. It's nothing wrong with seeing the potential in a person and help giving that push or that nudge. Right. It's another thing when it's like, I'm making you, molding you, putting your clothes on and stuffing you, giving you a voice and telling you to see and then usually what happens after you do all of that?
They take it to the next person and become better for the next person.
And here I is listening to my playlist that makes me cry more.
Fantasia,
I think people
lose
the best again. That works the best when the person wants that for themselves. So it's like you can't be the start. They have to be actively working and needing help or needing a push, so you kind of fill in a part of them. But what happens is people see a project and they say, "Oh, I know what you'd be good at. You should try this, or let me push you this way, and accentuate this way." And they go, you push them, and they get off to a running start, and their engine starts turning like a dirt bike.
Yep.
And they go, vroom, and they pull off on your ass, and they out of it.
Because you know what the problem also I think is with that, and I don't know, Billy, you tell me if you've experienced something like this too. The problem is, it's one thing to push a person. It's another thing to enable. Like you believe in it more than they believe in it. So really, when an outcome becomes that they disappear or that they choose whatever, is it really their fault? Because they never asked for this in the first place. True. Like you know what I'm saying? You pushing off on them, right? Is there low key? Because I always say you got to take an accountability in your own heartache on the low. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, maybe on the high.
If a person never says what their problem, what they did wrong, when I hear about an issue between them and somebody else, I can't really fully believe it. You always have some level of culpability there. Something happened, some reaction, some sign you didn't pay attention to. There's something. When people be like, oh, they did this to me and this didn't happen, I'll be like,
Well, that makes me think of you, Billy, because, you be the delusional one. So do you ever actually notice your part?
In the moment, no. And it wasn't until this last relationship to where, as I'm healing and studying myself and trying to help other people study too, I'm like, oh, I could have done things differently. So they're telling you that, I remember saying on my podcast the other day, like, I don't think I just love the person, my ex. I think I love the idea of being with them, right? So there's a lot of things where me and him can have conversations right now. Just the other day, me and my ex had a conversation, and he was saying we went to Philly, and my friend took my phone and was texting my ex, and he saw it, and then it rubbed him the wrong way. But 5 years later, I never really apologized for putting him in that awkward position, and that's why he always has so much anger towards me. Because I'm like, all right, let's move on. Next situation, sorry that happened. Let's move on. And he's like, no, you have to like sit in and understand how that affected me. So I had to apologize to him, like, yo,
I'm still in contact.
Yeah,
like that. Like why?
Well, we took time away from each other for about a year and a half, and at the end of the day, like that was really like one of my best friends. Like we like the same music. We love to eat together. I get his jokes, he get my jokes, and I'm able to be myself around him. To where I'm dating other people right now, it's not the same. It's the, what do you like to do? And then me, my little quirkiness, I'm not comfortable showing that around a new person just yet. So it's a sense of comfortability. I miss the companionship. Are there not red flags? I believe they're orange or yellow flags that's still there, but it's up to me to decide, do I still want to deal with that? And honestly, I don't want to shut off 100% of my dating options out there, because I know there's somebody out there for me. But I do enjoy that.
So what's wrong with saying sorry for the past? I know we've got to move on.
No,
what's stopping you from saying that right now? Like, you've been talking to him, whatever.
No, I said it to him the other day. I told him I was sorry. Like, I didn't know how I was affecting you. And I'm sorry for things that you didn't bring up to me that I still never apologized for.
I'm sorry for things that you didn't bring up to me that I still didn't apologize. Okay, I get it. I'm riding.
Okay, because they never mentioned it. Right. So you
never mentioned it.
Okay.
And those were never my intentions. And I was not in the right headspace at the time when I first started.
How you know you're not loving bombing them now?
That's a good question.
I know I'm not love bombing him now because I genuinely mean it. Before, it was just like I'm gonna book this trip just to say I did something for you. You know?
So the intention is different.
The intentions is different.
Okay.
I'm actually being genuine, and I'm actually using my feelings and acknowledging his feelings. Before I act like I cared about your feelings, but it was all about me. I never really cared about your feelings.
Okay. Well, it sounds like a good amount of awareness, though, of like present versus then. And I wonder this though, and this is the only thing I wanted, like, and it kind of shifts into what we talk about, but have you communicated to the people who you date that you're the kind of person that needs reflection to take accountability? Because it sounds like you struggle sometimes with recognizing where you went wrong in the moment, but if you get that reflection period, you're able to come back and own it. And sometimes people don't think that's valid information that a person needs, but I need to know whether I'm gonna get instant gratification or delayed, you know what I'm saying, gratification or acknowledgement. And that one thing, like a person just knowing ahead, he needs time to sit with the information in order for him to come back and say, okay, I see what I could have did different.
Yeah.
Do you tell them that?
Fuck no.
Love that. Let's be honest.
Listen.
I'm very impulsive. Like, you could tell me that you're going out with your friends, right? And I put a bunch of scenarios in my head. I'm reacting off of that. So, like, when one of my relationships, the guy, he was hitting me up because I was supposed to go out with him to the club, but I didn't go with him. So he was like, can you just cash at me $100? I'm like, all right, whatever. So then I'm waiting up for him. I'm calling him. He's not answering. So I'm like, oh, all I know is you was asking me for $100 and your phone was working. All of a sudden, your phone don't work.
Yeah.
So now I start going crazy on him. But that's me being impulsive. And I didn't realize I offended him. He took it as me calling him a bum. And I'm like, I'm sorry. So I do need to work on being...
He might gaslit you, though. Why he ain't answer his phone? Because
I low-key feel like you had a valid reason for moving how you move. After you asked for 100, it's all about the Benjamins, literally. Like,
look at him. Look at his face.
Look, Billy about to spin the block.
You might have got gaslit.
Like, look,
where's my phone?
That motherfucker is low key playing Jedi mind tricks. You gotta watch that one. I ain't gonna hold you. So, all right. So, thanks for sharing that though, because that is a big deal. Sometimes when it comes to navigating these relationships, you gotta let people know who they're dealing with. Like,
and it's so crazy because I had my recent ex. He's a Taurus, but he reacts quick. Like he want to fight and everything. And then my other ex, he's very calm. So where I would react to him like, "Are you done now?" Like he won't argue with me, and I'm trying to think so hard. Like, when did we ever have an argument? It would be me having an argument with myself, and then when he wouldn't argue back, I just had a threesome on him.
I get it. No, that wasn't the toxic. It's me. When you starve me of a return of emotion,
that banter kind of
like something like, do you care? And so it might make me seek that from somewhere else, even though and the only reason why is because I'm not even sure if there's something wrong here. Am I bugging? It might just trigger me to do something really illogical and irrational. Well, but in the past.
But you know that's emotionally reactive.
Yeah. Well, I'm Pisces.
Right? Yeah.
So
you know. Fluidity. Like, we live in it.
Let me just swim
but
over here for
they
a
do
second,
say that, and it's like, you know, from a psychology standpoint, what you are is considered reflective, right, but not always reactive in a way that a person's seeking. So you need reflection. So I think going forward, make sure motherfuckers know that, but also don't be letting people spin you like that, because I definitely
he spun the shit out of you.
He did.
I need to look up. Show me the text combo, because I need to see the evasive maneuvers. That motherfuckers playing mind tricks. So guys, I want to kind of go into. Damn, I never thought I would have to tell Billy that he's not the one with the delusion.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Because in that situation, I was
do you feel seen?
I do. And we talk home after this.
We'll start up a whole nother problem.
Yep. Back in 2022. I remember June 4th, 2022.
And that's where Pisces and Virgos align. We will pull out the Carfax on that ass.
Oh, yes.
We be like, never.
I never forget. I know exactly what happened.
Everything would have happened. And my memory is weird. I'll be like, yo, somebody drove down the block and he was playing Mary J outside when you said.
Exactly. Because I know the whole scene. I know
everything. The color on the wall, all that shit.
Yep.
So they got to be careful with detail-oriented people like us, because we definitely going to let you finish your statement. And then
because when I'm bringing it back to you, you can't tell me that didn't happen. No, it did.
It happened. It happened. So our first segment, Billy, is called Pour or Sip. Okay. And really, it's like a lot of times, guys, people ask the question, is the glass half empty or is the glass half full? I believe it depends on whether you're pouring or sipping.
Okay.
Right. So if you're filling the cup, obviously it always looks full, right? Because you're always replenishing it. But if you're only sipping, then you're depleting the cup. So of course it's going to always look empty. So what we try to do is have a balance, right? Where I'm going to ask you something that I would love for you to pour out and kind of give some insight on, because I feel like one of the things that came up in this conversation early on was identity. Okay. And just like you said, you started your podcast to kind of learn more about yourself, right? And I want to kind of help anybody who might be also trying to navigate that identity minefield. So one of the questions that I want to ask you is if you could help us a little bit with some reflection. Oh, that came up twice. Of your own journey to discovering not just like, first of all, not only identifying as a gay male, but I actually heard you refer to yourself specifically as a certain type of gay male at the Heart of Soft live show, in which you said, I'm a homophobic gay male.
I didn't know what that was.
The motherfucker calls himself a homophobic gay male, and I literally was on the floor.
You definitely were.
I definitely fell out my seat when he said, because there's gay and then there's gay.
I said, yo.
And I was just like, I'm going home. So we got to
And he practiced that shit. He knew exactly the type he was talking about, and he was confident that other people would.
And everybody understood. Everybody understood. So that had me kind of, that made me reflect about, like, are there feelings that I truly have about some of the shit the gay community do that we don't say because of the cancel culture?
I can't.
We can't say certain things.
I'm here to say it for you.
Right. I'm in the LGBT. I'm in the rainbow community, but I'm not a gay man. And, we still got to be careful.
Yeah.
Right. But
I don't really necessarily. I think in teaching myself about the fears that I have about being called homosexual or whatever, it just made me like uncomfortable about a wide range of things that were homosexual. And so once I kind of cleared that, I don't give a fuck. You could be super gay. I just don't care. It's not my business.
It doesn't bother me.
You know what I mean?
But I do, if I'm being honest, right? When there was a lot of controversy, especially for our, like, trans community, everybody knows I'm a big ally, right? Like, I went down to trans organizations. I've had conversations with them. I wanted to find out, what do they feel needs to be more reflected. I believe that a lot of companies should do sensitivity training and have that, overall awareness and whatnot. But sometimes I feel like their fight minimizes any other person's. And when there was a lot of conversation about being called a trans woman versus a cis woman, and when cis women said, when do we act to be called a cis woman, it felt like there was a lot of trans people who didn't understand a woman who was born a woman feeling how they felt. So it's like, you want me to acknowledge your plight,
right?
But you're not acknowledging that I have a right to say I don't want to be called that. Not that it's being done in a way to be derogatory, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna call you what you wish to be called. So if I say I don't really want you to call me that, why can't that be respected? And that was one of the examples of where I felt like it was over dramatized in a way that I was just like, why are we debating this? So it was like, okay, we pro everybody until your scenario was stronger.
I think we do a lot of infighting though. We do a lot of infighting and not, like, we're in one house, all of us.
Yeah.
And we're just like, this is my room, this is my room, this is my room, and why is your room bigger than mine, and why do you get to use the glass and I got to use the cup, or you know what I mean?
But like, we feeling the same.
We're doing all of that shit, but we're literally in the same house, and I just don't think people give enough respect to the other people that live in the crib.
Right.
Everybody's kind of wants the master bedroom.
I do think
that was crazy. I'm sorry.
Nah.
Master bedroom.
Y'all
not seeing what I'm doing. Master bedroom is crazy. All right, go ahead.
For me, I do think as a woman,
You said what?
Not me as a woman. I'm saying for women. Sorry.
Billy be toggling.
Yeah.
I said, you said what?
Say what? As a man who respect women, I feel like women don't have anything to themselves anymore.
All right, so solution-based convo, right?
Right, of course.
What is the alternative? Because I think that everybody wants to feel like their thing is just as normal as the others. Right. So there's been a large thing of erasure, or y'all stay over here. Right. I was having a conversation with a dude for my job. He was like, I don't want it. Trump is good because I want to vote for Trump because he doesn't go for that LGBT shit. And I'm like, well, what is the LGBT shit? He's like, they teach it in the schools. They shouldn't be teaching it in the schools. I was like, well, they taught everything else that we know in school, so why can't that be included in the conversation? And he was like, well, you got to teach that shit at home. And so my addition to this conversation, or the question I have to this conversation is, what's the trans place? Where do they exist? What is their norm?
I think if you are making the adjustments for yourself and saying you want to transition, the world shouldn't have to revolve around you and include you. You made that decision. You have to deal with the outcome of what you have to. If you made the decision to adjust your new norm, then adjust to other things that might not include you. Everything doesn't have to include you because honestly, God made man and women.
Everything is not inclusive either. Yeah. And we also have to accept that.
And
Black people, we're very protective about things in our community. The cookout, for example, right? For lack of a better term. But there are staples, there are things that are cultural to us that we're like, yo, can we have that for us? So women, we're in a position in this plight sometimes, and this isn't not all. Let me just say this because people like my baby T.S. Madison, stuff like, who is extremely embracive of women in general, just love women, is a good example of someone to me who is not represented in this kind of conversation.
Right.
But there are individuals who feels like they were literally having a conversation about changing Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Right. For
what?
example.
They were?
Yes.
To what?
Yes, because they
People's
said
Day?
that they was basically saying,
People
like
with Vulva's Day?
parent, something, whatever. Because the bottom line is there were trans people saying, I can be a mother and not be, born a woman.
So be a mother.
So, right. And so we basically said, well, give them their own day, but don't try to take Mother's Day. And to us, it's like your fight for you is reducing me.
Yeah.
And I don't want to sound like an asshole, but I was born this way.
Yeah.
So why do I have to, I'm literally doing everything I can to be respectful of your choices, your life, embrace you, accept you. But all you're trying to do is make me smaller.
So that's my thing. I don't know, this wasn't even supposed to be the thing.
Yeah, that's how we always do.
You're just like, okay, exist as a in between. That's your thing. Like just exist without really having something. So very often when to cause alignment, you take something, but you give something.
Correct.
Right?
Like the poor and sick.
So, right. So where is the give in this? Because these are human beings who have been confused or, really believe something to their heart. And because you believe something and there's no place for you to be, you wind up creating space in somebody else's space. All right. Say, I ain't going to bring that up. Forget it. But so they're encroaching on the sorry.
No, it's fine. I don't have an issue with it personally.
Right? They're
but
crouching on that, but they need their own space. So why can't we carve out a space that says, okay, this is for you? For instance, say the Olympics thing, or it's the
a trans Olympics.
Why can't they have
There's
that?
a special needs Olympics.
Why can't they have that?
Why can't I am 1,000% in agreement with creating the spaces for everyone to exist, and that's community. Yes,
but don't take away.
That doesn't have to take away
Right.
my space,
Right.
because at the end of the day, for obvious reasons, right? I can see the controversy in a trans woman competing with women because you can never, regardless of how much HRT, hormone replacement therapy you do, I'm still more estrogen pumping naturally through my veins versus the testosterone that you're working hard to offset.
Regardless of what the science, because science is always updating science. It's always, we were wrong then. There's something new now.
Yeah.
Why do that? Just have their own shit that's just
for you.
That. But then there comes to the point where you would have to say, I am trans. I'm a trans woman, and not want to say, I am a woman. You'd have to admit to yourself that you are a trans woman, which is a whole nother conversation.
Which I understand comes with a safety component for some.
And
because I gotta be real, there are a lot of people who, I have even trans friends of mine who in a restaurant or in certain places doesn't, like if they're not presenting, because sometimes you can be a trans individual, but a person can't necessarily look at you and tell, right? And let's just say you have this homophobic person as your waiter or in the kitchen, and you don't want to worry about somebody doing something to your food or something hateful to you or literally physical violence. So I do understand the need to protect identity, but for those who are competing in the Olympics and stuff like that, they're not those individuals. They're usually very open about the designation of like, oh, this is how I identify, this is who I am. So I don't know, but Billy, I'm sorry because I know we all went on a rant.
We will do this shit now.
But
we will talk in this.
But one thing I really do want to hear, because I can understand your conflict of I'm a gay man, but some of it is over the top or it's for you. So can you talk to like, first of all, how you arrived at that feeling, but also like how do you resonate with it?
So I think like really reflecting for real, I think when I came out as gay, I told my mother at 21. And I don't really think I had an option to be straight. And I say that because I was sexually molested for years as a child by a family friend. And so all I knew was engaging with men during sex. So when I got older, I would always be attracted to men and look at men. So I would have girlfriends to cover it up because I knew, a boy and a girl are supposed to be together. But I just knew that I was always attracted to penis.
Yeah, call it penis?
Dick.
I feel like dick is better.
Yeah.
I feel like penis is a scientific term.
The term penis.
It's like if I got,
it sounds nerdy.
something wrong with my penis.
Like my
Okay.
penis.
You go to the doctor,
Oh, yeah.
you tell the doctor something's wrong with my penis.
I was trying to sound educated.
Dick sounds
Yeah.
very big ego. Look at you.
Yeah.
You look very big ego-ish.
Well, I
Nigga, you
knew
ain't gotta
I
be
was always
scientific in
attracted
here.
to big black dick, but
You asked for it.
I need to stop.
with the veins.
I was about to say I need to stop opening my mouth. But
Hey yo, you know it's a pause moment if a gay man hits you with the hey yo.
I did that to myself. My bad.
Yo.
I did that to myself.
So, and then I grew up in a house where my family was low-key homophobic. My grandmother is a religious Muslim, to where she always wanted to quote the Quran. My aunt, she used to call gay people fudgies because they have sex in the butt. So I was never had that open space to. I never had that open space to come out and say, "Hey, I think I like men."
I can't unhear that. I can't unhear that.
I'll never eat fudge the same again.
Ever again.
So,
Okay. I'm back.
yes. So yes, I did have girlfriends before. I even had a girlfriend, and I had sex with her gay best friend and his boyfriend. That was my first unicorn relationship. But as far as like, I never really embraced being gay. Like till this day, I never said like, oh, like I'm gay. I'm I'm a guy who happens to like big black dicks, who likes to be intimate with men, who's attracted to men, and to go back to think about like,
I don't know if I could keep a straight face when somebody says that.
what
No, I'm trying because I'm like, okay.
you was
No,
that the same
I have no
rule?
problem with it, but do I have to keep a straight face when you say it?
No.
Like, yo, I like big black dick. Like that's like if somebody says I like big black ass, I'm still gonna
It's-
smile.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be like, yo, that's
dope.
cool. Yeah, it's cool.
That's dope.
And then I thought to myself like, that's some wild shit to say.
That's
to
why
somebody.
it is. But
I
I
said
relate.
penis.
But I relate.
Thank you. See,
I'm gonna
She's
relate.
I
like,
love
yeah,
you.
she's like me too.
yeah.
I do. I like it.
Y'all go through
I
a lot of
like
shit
it.
though.
I'm like.
Y'all go through a lot of shit though. Like
We
I was
do, but-
working today and a dude walked by who had I don't want to say a flamboyant stance, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the dude I was working with, like 50-something years old, he's like, yeah, that nigga just wants some candy. I mean, it's like he ain't do nothing to you.
Yeah.
That nigga just walked by. It's raining.
That's crazy.
Like you
Yeah.
had time in the rain. It's
But people
windy
like that, you
to
gotta-
look and see that this nigga was gay. You was
People like that, you gotta look at them too. Like, why does that bother you? And really want to tap into that because it's like,
Right.
why does that bother you so much that he just walked by? Like, if they walk by me, all right, now if this is where the homophobia come in. When they got the crop top on and like the booty shorts, and it's like, do what you want to do in the bedroom, right? Or I mean, I want you to be yourselves, but you don't
No, you
have to
don't.
go around
Why not?
exploiting your like going around shaking.
expressing. That's
Expre-
what it's called, expressing. You saying exploiting. It's really called expressing.
Okay, yes. I just feel like there's a time and place for everything. There's some gays that will come in the room with you and yesterday right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And who will be doing too much twerking right here. That's unnecessary. You don't have to push your gay onto other people.
I understand that.
You do?
I do understand it. I understand where he's coming from.
See, I
Because
don't know where to be in this convo.
so how do I say? I'm not bothered by it, but I can understand how for some it can be. It's no different than as a woman if I'm dressed a certain way. Like how if I'm dressed in a little bit of a suggestive outfit, how I can make people uncomfortable around me, because to a degree, right, this is gonna sound real crazy because y'all know my ass be out tonight. But if I'm in a certain space, right, if you see me in public, y'all be lucky to get an ankle.
Mm-hmm.
You actually never really see me dressed like overly outside. I might have some cleavage or whatever, but you ain't gonna see me in no booty shorts. You don't see. I don't wear certain things in public. I actually don't even own a dress shorter than my knee. Right, I'm wild, low-key conservative, but it's not because of anything else. It's because there are children outside, there are elder people outside. I was always raised to have a certain level, like you got to have a respect. And I feel like when sometimes we make certain choices in certain environments, we're subjecting people to something without their consent. They never, you didn't
So
get
you're
my
saying
permission
they're
to
purposely trying to be disruptive.
Even
purposely.
it's not purposely trying to be disruptive. It's just a lack of consideration to
Lack
me.
of consideration,
Because if you are in a public environment that's like a family restaurant with your ass hanging out, then to me, that's a bit much.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what going back to time. And
Right.
place.
So what he was saying, like time and a place, it does matter. There are environments where my ass is gonna be out. I might be but I'm at a play party. I'm at a what you call it type or a sex themed event or sex expo. I'm not walking to the corner store or
So
you know what I'm saying like that.
This is going into the what is it?
The pick we.
This is a kind of a pick we type segment.
Yeah.
Because
it
for
is.
me, I would argue back, and it's funny because we actually have a gay man on the couch. Sorry to keep that's just
you good.
Your ability.
It's a part of the identity,
right? But I would argue if this was a pick we segment that men and women have both had a chance. Heterosexual men, heterosexual women have both had a chance to exist outside freely in order to find that space that's safe. But they've had that experience. They've had that experience. Whereas for the last however long, especially in the black community, I was not allowed to do that. I was not allowed to have that type of pride. And so through abuse, through being told I am not allowed to exist, I persevered. And now fuck your rules. Fuck your room.
Listen, and
I am here.
I hear you.
I am outside. I'm going to twerk where I want to, and you ain't going to do nothing because I can fight too.
I'm all for loud and proud, but I'm also a very big advocate of appropriation.
Yeah.
And that's and I'm saying this, guys. Now I'm gonna put your sexologist Bessie's hat on.
There you go.
I work with far too many people who have stories like Billy, who have literally become hypersexualized as a result of abuse. That's one thing. I have had clients directly come to me because they're trying to figure out how to navigate learning that their child has been sexually assaulted or abused. And we have to recognize that there's a level of sexualization that can happen to children. Also, that's your child, this is my child. I don't have a right to expose your child. Right? I feel they're not at the age of appropriation. So if you're at a 21 and over event, if you're at an 18 and older party, cool, dress up, do you, step out. But to be walking past a park or this is the problem where I have a conflict because I don't subject my child to that type of stuff. Or I sell dildos for a living, but I got a closet in the back because I also recognize that by introducing my child to that, I can introduce them to hypersexualization. And then we wonder why they in the school doing, little inappropriate things.
You don't think they're going to learn that anyway?
They might, but my thing is, I'm going to teach my child, right? And
the world is going to teach your child too.
But that's the point of what we're saying. It's basically saying no matter what I do, to work to help my child not be exposed to things prematurely because they're going to be exposed to it. But I would prefer for it to happen when they're a little bit more older and capable of, as opposed to us choosing that I'm going to be outside and do whatever, and subjecting that 5-year-old little girl who now wants to dress like that, who now wants to wear the red lipstick, hook a red lipstick. Because I could have never did it when I was a little girl.
Yeah, my daughter neither.
It's just not, you know what I'm saying? Because we have to recognize that it's a provocative look or color or whatever. We like to see little girls be little girls and little boys be little boys. And no different. I'm gonna tell you this. I grew up watching boys on a basketball court with no shirt on.
We did that all the time.
I absolutely know I was sexualized from that. I absolutely was
watching us play basketball.
12 years old looking at guys with no shirt on, having feelings going through my body. Wow. because he's running, he's jumping, he's sweating, he's doing strong stuff, all of that stuff or whatever the case is.
The locker room, y'all
when did you start doing it?
Again, so I was molested from about 8 to 12. So it was just like from there.
Now you know about it.
What you mean?
From 8 to 12, so now it's a part of you.
Yeah, now it's a part of me. Now I'm used to seeing men. Now it's like I'm used to seeing a certain body part, and I'm like, oh, I wonder what his look like. I was always curious now, and then now the nice physique of a man. So that's when, especially being in high school and the guys were playing on the basketball team, I was on the track team, and I was always checking out the men, and I would like women too, but it was nothing like a man. But I would say also back to the point we was talking about, to where is a time and a place. Don't put yourself in a position to where now you have to fall into being a victim. Because now let's say you're at a place and the guy he didn't give you consent to be yourself, right? and he reacts differently. Maybe he harms you. You can't play that victim role of, oh, he did that. You just have to know where you at. That's like saying a woman, if she's wearing provocative clothing, right? That's that, right?
Yeah. Like provocative is the right word.
Provocative clothing, right? And that leads her to get the R word, right? And then you say, oh, she shouldn't be wearing that. You have to think about your safety also. Because you shouldn't, a gay man should not be twerking in front of straight men because they're comfortable and free with themselves. There's a lot of things I want to do because I'm comfortable and free with myself. But I also have to be aware and read the room.
We don't exist in this world by ourselves. I don't think that, like you said, how I dress, how someone dressed is a consent to violate their body. But at the same time, I think that we have to have a real conversation and recognize that certain things project, right? And I don't care what you identify as. I think, and that's why my biggest issue, and I'm very big on it with kids, I was sexually assaulted twice before the age of 18. So I know what I was exposed to. So I'm not speaking as someone just as who works with those people, but I directly know and have a great awareness today of what led into the feelings that I had. And I think even if we can't agree on anything else, we can all agree that children are like the no-fly zone. Nobody wants to hear anybody hear something happening to a kid. Everybody in the comments is like, yo, we ride at dawn. We all, I don't care, gay, straight, that's whatever. You're not about to hurt these babies.
Right.
So unless you are a predator yourself. But to your point, I do understand that there are certain spaces where it's just like, in order for us to coexist, we have to have a respect for each other and understanding that not everybody is, I got to respect your religion. I have to respect, you know what I'm saying? The same way I got to see my sister in a hijab and be like, this is not something to joke about, play with. It's the same way that I have to respect that I'm not going to walk into a mosque with my titties out. I went to the mosque every Friday with my uncle growing up. And I covered my head and I followed the protocol because that was the environment. It was appropriate for that environment.
Not you going to Juma.
You know what I'm saying? Baby. A'udhu billahi minash
Say to
shaitanir
that
rajim,
Jim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Exactly on me, Dean. Y'all can do that. Y'all can understand.
I just got too hype. I'm sorry. But it's real talk.
I was over here doing Holy Mary, Holy Rosary.
No, it was so.
Just taking the communion.
You know I loved you before, so like I love you even
I love
more.
you so much. You don't even know. But it's like, I think that's probably
grace.
what it is. I've been in too many cultural environments. I done been in a Christian church. I literally have. I've actually visited like of the 5 major religions. I've been to all of their religious temples or places. So, I went and studied Judaism, Hinduism, Buddhism, all of those type of things. And when I started to realize is like, we just have to learn how to coexist.
Really?
Like you said, but you stay out of my room. I stay out of your room. We go live in this house, but don't go in my closet.
That's it.
You don't know what might come out.
That's it.
And I want the same privileges you got in your room.
So let me ask you this though, real quick. Is there anything before we go, onto it, when it comes to your identity that you still like feel like you're not certain about? Like, is there any, if it was your sip, right? What would you want to receive?
What would I want to receive? I would like to sip on this. Because to a lot of people, or maybe gay people, they would say like, oh, he doesn't support the community or he's against us. But how can I stay true to myself, but also stay firm in my beliefs? Because honestly, I'm a person where it's black or white. There's not really any gray area with me. And I say that with like, you know how they say like red flags, yellow flag, green flags? Yeah. I think it's red or green. Like there's no gray area.
Have a middle.
Yeah, there's no middle. Which is kind of a problem. That's probably a red flag of mine. But I support it. Like I went to my first ballroom recently. I
ain't gonna lie, I do love the ball.
And I was just
what's a ballroom?
That's when they do the Vogue and stuff.
Oh, and they flop?
Yeah.
I love
bitch,
that.
Bitch, you pussy. Put you cunt. Bitch, you giving me what I want. City, tap, tap. I'm outside with the
this is why men are the prize. I just want to let y'all know because pussy never made me do no shit like that. It's only people that get dick that can do that drop and bounce back up and keep doing that shit.
Right? I swear to God, it was low key like when I was a kid. I used to go to the door all the time. I was at the door like every week.
I just went because they got the gay club in Brooklyn, Club Lamba, and that was my first time going. I only probably been to 2 gay clubs in my whole life. One in Miami and one in New York. And just to see everybody being free in their space, in their room, being themselves, where they was able to show skin and be them true selves, I love that. I was like, wow, like
right.
I would definitely come here again.
Did you become more gay?
No.
In the spot?
No.
You was just sitting there thugged out gay.
Yeah, with my drink.
There's a lot of those guys, though.
Yeah, I like
There's
those.
a lot of guys who you wouldn't
He's
even know.
out of the closet, but he acts like he's DL.
I don't act like I'm DL. I know I'm a man, and this is just me. I carry myself differently. I don't want to paint my nails. I don't want to be like my feminine traits will come out every once in a while. Like if I'm comfortable with you, it'll be like,
Right.
yes, bitch. But you will never just see me sitting here with you like, so Tahoe, what you doing after this? Like you will never. That's just not in me. I'm just.
Have you ever had one of these intellectual conversations with people that do that?
No.
Why not?
I really don't be around gay people like that.
You might maybe there's some understanding that could be had by a good conversation with an intellectual, flamboyant gay man. You know what I'm saying?
You have a point.
That you might, because I've had them, but I'm talking from outside the room. Mm-hmm. Y'all are in the same crib. For real.
Yeah, because flamboyancy doesn't just exist in the gay community. I think we should talk, we got to acknowledge that too. Understand, and I know it might not look like glitters and rainbow, but they're flamboyant women, womanhood with the dramatics. They want the furs, the this, the that. There are men who are flashy, got the fur coat, got the whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there's a level of flamboyancy in each sort of community, but it's a little less, it's different because it's a man giving the flamboyancy of a woman, right? That I think is what kind of like sets people or whatever. Yeah.
Throws you off a little bit.
Don't get me wrong. There's things I've done behind like closed doors in the bedroom. Like I think I told you, like a nigga asked me to put a thong on, and that turned him on. So I was like, all right, let me put this shit on.
Nah.
So those are.
You're not doing a thong?
Nah, that's just as crazy as big. Like this nigga in a thong is crazy. I'd rather him say big black dick. Yo, he tell you what color was it?
Yo,
what color was it?
Oh man.
Well, it was the 3 for 5. Wait, how much? 5 for 25 at Victoria's Secret. So I had the blue.
It had lace on it.
One of them
The
did.
Vicky.
You freaky nigga.
He with the dicky and the Vickies.
Freaky ass nigga.
My nigga, that's what he wanted. So I'm not at home. You will never see me have it. You'll probably see a jockstrap at home. But
So you open to playing the fantasy in a confined space.
let me cater to you. I'll do what you want.
But you're not going to be outside like
No,
that. Is what
you won't see me outside in my pants sagging and have a thong on. That's not it.
Okay.
You won't even find thongs in my house
If
anymore.
you fell in love and your man was like, yo, just wear this to work for me one time, you wouldn't do it.
If it's for my man, yes, because that's what you
I'm
want.
talking about.
I would
Okay.
do
Put on
that.
for your people.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
Put on for your
activity.
people. Because, like, all right, you won't do it for me. Like,
Right,
yeah,
right.
I won't,
Yeah.
like, you won't do it for yourself, but,
Right.
like, I'll still do it for you. I fuck with that.
Yep, and I make sure
Yeah,
my belt
I think
tight
it's
as
cool to
fuck.
change up every now and again too. Just let them see that side that they're like,
Yeah.
you know, yeah. I think, and I also think it keeps it fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
For real.
But I honestly, I appreciate this conversation because I feel like when you made that statement, you know how there's things that people say that everybody sometimes is thinking, but nobody is saying.
Yeah.
I realize Billy is gonna say it.
He's going to say that
He's
shit.
gonna
That's
say
my
it.
problem.
But it's also like let me pour back, right? It's not a problem. It's not a problem because that means you're very comfortable and confident and certain in your identity. Like it's kind of like how you said, Tahoe, you can exist around gay men and you chilling because you're comfortable in your
I know who I am
masculinity,
now.
right?
I don't really have nothing to prove no more.
Yeah.
I think when I was growing up for a large part, even into my 30s, I still did things to make sure people knew I'm heterosexual. And at some point, I just realized that I was still trying to prove it, I don't know, to myself or
Why did you
to
feel
the
like you
black
had to prove
community.
it, though?
I
Like-
think all black men have to do that. We all have to walk around with this thing of like, I'm a man, I'm tough.
Yeah, black men
I
invented
got
the pause.
armor. You know what I'm saying? Yo,
Yeah.
and I also think it's because of women too. Women will look at you like, are you a nigga that I can feel safe with? Are you a certain type of nigga?
It has to have a certain look.
There's a certain thing,
And
right?
thing
And we was
about
having
it,
that
yeah.
conversation on one of my shows yesterday where one of the women was like, I can't be out with a guy that if something go down couldn't protect me. And I said, and see, that's the thing that only black men really experience because a white woman will walk around with the doofiest white dude.
Mm-hmm.
Truth be told, I want a guy who can protect me, but I don't want him to ever have to. And I know
you
that
understand that? Though?
Yeah, I had a situation happen last week. I ain't gonna lie, right? I'm in a car, actually coming back from Brooklyn, and coming off the highway exit. You know how sometimes you pull up to the light, you got the people outside trying to wipe your car with the So he out here with his dry ass cloth. You trying to wipe my window? You ain't even got no fluid or nothing. You just over here trying to get a penny for fucking doing nothing.
Right.
So I was like, I was like, excuse me, sir, please don't touch my car. And he spit at my window. I happened to be rolling it back up as he do it, so the window kind of deflected it.
Oh man!
But I'm from Harlem. I went to military school, and don't sleep.
Oh man!
So. I happen to be drinking a little bit of Joe's tea that I got from the corner store because your store got my shit over here. Nobody knew we had my stuff. So I bought like 5 Joe's tea. I was in the car like, and I threw that shit straight at him. Before he could turn around, I had already maced his eyes. Because he said, I'm going to murder you, bitch. Whatever. I'm by myself. I handled it. Now, I pull off because by the time you get your eyes back, nigga, I'm gone, right? Don't want to have to get out this car because I definitely had the brass knuckles ready or go next. You know what I'm saying? What we doing?
Right.
So, but the reality of it is I was on my way home and, my man, he's asking, he's like, babe, you good? You all right? I guess he detected my tone because I'm coming down from the interaction a little bit. Yeah, my adrenaline is still up because low key, I'm in defense mode. And a part of me, like, I don't know how to describe it, but even when my car is empty, I feel like my kids is in the back.
Right.
So I operate like that. So Mama Bear is surfacing for myself. He's saying, I'm like, nothing. I waited till I got home, recapped my whole day, talked about the podcast, and at the end, I'm like, oh yeah, and this guy spit at me. Right? I debated even telling him, but I operate in transparency. Not just honesty. So I'm going to tell you what you don't even ask for sometimes. Right. And so I knew it wasn't going to be something he was happy with. He like, yo, what corner? I'm like, I'm not telling you. I'm da-da-da. Because the other side of it is all of the men in my life are great men. And I fear the protection turning into something else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see my uncles, my man, my brothers, none of them have to respond. Like only in the most extreme of circumstances where I don't got it. Right? Cool. But I'm like, he's like, let's go. And I'm like, no, I had it under control. I was like, hopefully he learned his lesson. You know what I'm saying? But I cannot lie. Spitting at a person is one of the most...
It should be a crime. It should be
It's a different type of
That's
assault.
That is
yeah, it's a different type of assault. Yeah,
so I'm spit on somebody. That's assault.
Yeah, especially because I don't know what you got going on in your mouth.
It's crazy that you say that.
Transmit, y'all.
Because as much as I jack, I'm a man or whatever. That's the only time you'll see me being soft is if I'm with my partner. My partner is normally more the aggressive.
The more aggressive type.
Yes. So, and that's the only time you'll really see me soft to where people be like, oh, he's not as masculine as you think. But, I'm a boss all day out of my life. I go home being a boss, do the podcast being a boss, being a manager as a boss. So I need that one time out the day to
that's the thing.
Calm down.
To me, that's the thing. You can shed that false aura or that aura that you knew, that's your shield as you walk through life because you're with this guy and you know that he's going to take the mantle of your safety so you can finally relax and just be free and just be human. And most men, black men, heterosexual, can't do that.
Yeah.
There's nobody that's going to do that for you. Right?
Yeah, Chris has basically said that to me.
And the women, you can only go but so far soft before they look at you like, that's my job. I've had women on my show say, don't come complain to me but so much. Don't cry to me, so go see the lady. I need my man. I need to feel around my man like he is in control.
Yeah, I have
of
a problem
the crib
like that
and
with
shit
that.
like that. But this is what you got to understand that we're learning that as we're growing up. It's very hard to let that go.
Yeah, it
right?
is.
As you get older, but at some point, I just through the work and the conversations and everything, I realized I'm a man regardless. I don't have to care about nobody else's opinion. Your issues don't have to be my issues. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be controlled by the things that's going on in your mind and your judgments and your societal constructs. That shit don't have to have nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? And I exhale. And I can be myself. And it's a very freeing feeling, although I do realize that society will ostracize what they don't understand.
It's funny because
that needs to be a clip right there.
One of the conversations I had with Chris was that he only turns it off let's just say if you had a percentage level, his guard only drops when he's by himself. Even if we're home and it's just me and him, he still has to be like an intruder or whatever. Like on this alert of always securing the perimeter. Most men sleep by the door or sit facing a door or, they always are. We're sitting here smiling on a date, but they still.
I have a mirror in my bathroom. Matter of fact, it wasn't my mirror. It was my phone. I was on the phone. And I went to wipe. I'm in the shower with the rag, and I go to wipe my ass, and my foot went up like this. And I was on the face, and I was like, because that's just not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's something that I always have to do, even just to wash.
Right.
I can't look a certain way because that's not masculine.
Right.
Think about how that impacts every single thing that you do. You understand what I'm saying? So,
even as a gay man. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't, you're not really, because you're a more masculine presenting God. It's like you said, most people don't expect for you to be the one who might pull back in an interaction like that because they, Billy is, something, but then you're like, I still want to feel like, I can be protected. And I think that that's really what the bigger conversation is. But I feel like the way we offer each other protection as men and women, for example, would be in different ways. My goal is to create protection for your mental and emotional while you protect my physical, you know what I'm saying, for the most part. It doesn't mean that both parties can't toggle on both sides or whatever the case is a little bit, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like, for example, I can still protect your physical. I had to go through that when my boyfriend had his car accident. It was on something like, yo, everybody treating you like you good. And I'm not trying to hear that shit. So I'm like, yo, you coming to my house, you're going to sit still. Fuck that.
But he was like, no,
you can't lift no water.
Right.
Fuck that. So there's a level of that protection. Yeah.
So he didn't fight you at all?
No, I booked a hotel. How could you fight me?
I
sent you to go play a game and cooked you food. And what you fighting? What are you fighting? Peace? Because that's what it really.
Not wanting you to have to take too much care of me because that can imply weakness.
It could, but the reality of it is you were weak. Why are we going to sit here and walk around that?
I don't have to admit it.
Right? And that's the hard part, but it's just me and you. You ain't got to say.
Can I trust you?
You ain't got to say it to nobody else but me, but you can tell me.
Can I trust you?
You can trust me. That's what it comes down to. And sometimes initially it's a balance, even as a woman, right, of knowing when to pull the softness of our femininity and then the power of a woman out, right? Because we're mentally very strong and we're constantly studying and noticing and we're paying attention to the details. And they say a house is not a home, right? And that's what he always sung. But the reality of it is I have to protect that side of you because if you're in a hospital bed, people see you as you're not well. But if you're home and you could take a couple steps, it's, you're doing better. Can you do this? Can you do that? And I'm like, no, he can't. Fight me. I'm not even trying. What's up? Don't and I'm willing to, but I feel like that's the part. And I feel like men don't get that. That's a big, my shit is that I'm heavily influenced by masculine presence in my upbringing. I think that where we are supposed to help each other, I don't give a damn how you identify. Your dominant is still testosterone. My dominant is still estrogen. So those hormones pumping through our body literally dictate how we move through things in a lot of cases. Most men who have low testosterone production tend to feel less masculine. And they know I'm not feeling like myself. Because that's your power. That's your force. That's your drop. It literally is what get your dick hard on the low. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, yo, you're not sleeping. And then you wondering why you're not feeling well. Well, most of your testosterone is produced in your sleep. in your balls, my nigga. Why you think I'm always massaging them shits? You know what I'm saying? Produce that shit, yo. Bring forth. I'll be over there summoning the testosterone. I'll be like, testosterone gods, bring forth the power. Like, you know.
She's doing it again, bro.
You gotta. I'm sorry.
I was just saying that in my head.
Yo, you really, yo. I don't. That shit gets me.
I'm just saying, like the thought of the hands on the nuts, like massaging, not going crazy.
Yeah.
No, but just
I
a
was
gentle, just a gentle rub where you be talking and you literally can help him regenerate that testosterone, that growth, just by whether you a man touching another man's balls or you a woman touching a man's balls. I could. They say you got a big ego. It's in my hands, and I'm gonna stroke your ego. Stroke that motherfucking ego.
You good, buddy? I'm good.
Stroke that motherfucking yo. Stroke that manhood. Y'all call it. Y'all say these words. My manhood. Why do y'all call it your manhood?
I'm gonna go to East New York today to go stroke an ego.
Stroke an ego? Stroke your own ego though.
Yeah.
I notice y'all stroke y'all dick a lot, but y'all don't be really playing with your own balls. What's up with that?
I do.
You
I
play with your balls
too.
Good, yo. You don't play with your own balls?
Nah.
You
don't?
Nah, I never thought about that.
Start there.
You ever play with the dick under your balls?
The dick under your ball?
You know what that is? The magic button.
Oh, the ass?
Not that one. The one
Nah,
before.
I'll lift my nuts up, and I got more dick under there, but I don't mean to do too much. I'm dead ass.
Look at his face. He like, yo, I'd have been face close. It's really like I done had a dick this close to my face and never seen another dick under there.
If you get under there, like all under your testy sack, there's more dick under there.
The perineum area.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, I'm like,
I gotta grab that while I'm.
If you massage that before you actually masturbate,
Yeah, I gotta
change
get
your
to
life.
that. I get to that.
Or do both.
no, I do need to improve my masturbation life.
Oh
Like,
man,
what
so
we
many
doing right
guys, so many guys don't. We
Yeah,
went
what
another.
are we doing right now? What are we doing?
I mean, identity, sexuality.
Yeah,
You
same.
know what
My
I'm saying?
masturbation life is like
Okay.
basic.
Now I want to ask Tahoe because I feel like we did deep dive. Actually, we deep dive for sure, and all of the questions just naturally came up in conversation. I love when that happens, but I want to have fun. You know what I'm saying? As we're getting close to the end of the conversation, Tahoe,
Yo,
I need you
what's up?
because some of these questions. I mean, I need you to put questions out there for me.
All right.
Quick little game.
We're doing this or that.
There we go.
Okay. I'm gonna give you scenarios. You gotta pick one or the other. I'm not trying to hear this going left or right. You gotta pick one or the other. Both of y'all.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I got several ones. And there's a couple here
And I'm
that I
coming
think
at
my
you
name
too.
on.
I want to.
There's a couple of these in. All right.
I'm scared.
Never receive oral again or date a woman.
I would.
Come on. Never receive no head. The head ain't that important.
I'll date a woman.
I knew you will because he can still suck.
Jesus. Cash.
Yes.
Wow. Get a golden shower or never experience oral.
Piss
golden
on me.
Golden shower has to have your mouth open. Gotta have the mouth open. It gotta be able to flow in and flow out.
They drink a
Not
lot of
your-
water.
Not your, I don't know.
No MSG.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
I like pineapple juice.
I like.
So,
Okay. All right. You can
saying?
piss on. You can
This
piss
shit
in my
is-
mouth. You can put it in my mouth.
that's crazy.
Yo.
Yeah.
Damn.
That
Or
was
not-
actually tough because I'm not a person. I've given golden showers, but I don't like,
You don't like it?
receiving golden showers.
neither.
So
I
that's
just asked for one yesterday.
You do
yeah.
what?
I just asked somebody for one yesterday. I was like, I think it's time for you to pee on me again.
Wait, so do you like
open
the
them
full
out?
service? Do you go full service, mouth and everything?
No, not the mouth.
Why
The
not?
fuck? Excuse me? I don't want nothing to drink.
He just went on that. I could see the rest of it because it's warm, and I like
Yeah,
temp.
just
I
right
like
here.
heat. I like heat, but you gotta eat
Just right
good.
here. Like, I was in the shower saying,
No asparagus
"Rain
that
on
day
me."
either.
Yeah. You be jerking off while you do it?
You was in
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
See,
That's
I could see myself being comfortable with the temperature of piss on me because I like heat, but I don't know. I'm sorry. Go to okay. Tahoe.
Yo,
Tahoe.
what?
Never receive oral again or go on a date with a man.
Oh, go on a date with a man.
I'm getting my dick sucked. Right.
No, I ain't got to fuck, do I? It's just
No, it's just a date. It's just a date.
It's something to eat. All right, bro. No, thanks. I call you.
You going to tap the nigga on the way out? You nigga going to get the church hug?
Thank you, bro.
He can't get the one
You
arm?
saved my life, man. Yo. Nah.
That's funny.
Nah, because I wouldn't do the hug after, because that moment where he try to, that awkward
Lean
moment
in.
where they try to get a kiss, you like,
I want to be a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
When he going for the lean his out.
Yeah.
You might punch him in his face.
Huh?
You might punch him in his face.
no, I'm on a date with him. Why would I do that? I put
When he
myself
trying
in
to go
his
in
position.
for, oh yeah.
If he try to
And
go, if he go,
we go in for the hug. You don't know when you go in for the hug if the person's on the same vibe as you.
yeah.
What if he gave you a hug and grabbed your dick?
Oh.
That's crazy. Thanks.
Got him. Got him.
Thanks. Could you let go?
Thanks for you let go.
Yeah. We got him, y'all. You can say thanks because you let
Crazy.
go.
Yeah. It's like, that's mine.
Politely asking for a nigga to unhinge your dick is
please let
crazy.
go.
Oh, crazy.
All right, okay, everybody, be celibate for a year. Oh no, I want fuck that. We gonna do that. That's bullshit. Let's go, Billy. Wear a glitter crop top to a party or explain Grindr to your grandmother.
Explain grinding to my grandmother.
Oh, grandma want them old hoes.
Is she
Yeah.
with everything?
Hell no.
Oh, she not.
Nah. She
Okay.
against it.
Okay.
She's against it.
Yeah.
Who would you hate to explain Grindr to?
I'm gonna explain anything to anybody. I'm gonna explain it to everybody because I'm not wearing a glitter crop top.
Damn.
Fuck, this ain't the Renaissance show.
I knew you. I definitely felt like he was going to avoid that crop top.
Yeah,
But
no
I was
matter what.
definitely you ready to have an awkward conversation instead of wearing that
Grandma,
shirt.
fuck Grindr. I use Jack and
You want to tell grandma about Blower?
Word.
And grandma, I signed up for
Yep.
Blower
Yo,
last week.
Have you ever heard of the cum dump? Anonymous cum dump,
no, what's that?
where a person just puts their address out there, and people just come over there, fuck them, and nut on them, and go, and there be a line of people, and the door is open, and so there's no like introduction process.
You have a lot
Where
of
is that?
information on this, Tahoe.
Yeah, on my Discord.
Have you come dumped?
No.
Oh, okay.
I would love a female cum dump.
Yeah.
They come squirt on me and leave. It's fire.
Interesting.
Come squirt on me and leave.
Interesting.
Yeah, I have to do research stuff.
There was this dude. So somebody sent me the profile. And I think he had 446 for 2024. People just coming in and out the crib, just nutting on him and leaving.
Just nothing on me.
We
No, but he
learned
was also
something
beaten.
new.
They was beaten too.
They
Oh,
beat,
okay,
they
okay.
nut on you and they
Yeah,
break
beat,
up,
you
break
never
out.
meet them. You never know what's what.
Damn, that sounds like a trauma pool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sound
Like
fun
anybody
for a
who
gay
went
dude.
on there and proactively signed up for it, there's got to be some drama.
This blower is saying that. Cash.
Yes.
Would you rather date a woman exclusively for a year or share a man with another woman for a year?
This is hard for me because I like women, but only sexually.
No
I
digging.
don't want to date women. I don't
Right.
like
Right,
relationships.
relationship.
Yeah.
Or
I would
share
share
a
the
man
woman, but it's
with another woman for a year.
I would share my man with. I'm gonna regret this. I would share my man with another woman for a year.
Really?
Yeah.
That wouldn't bother you. You're a man now, right now.
Yeah.
And then, are we talking about y'all live together, or he has
I
another place that he could
I already did the thing to his spaghetti where I'd be like,
Oh, no, you didn't.
Christopher.
go? No,
So
you
I'm just
didn't. No, you didn't.
Nah, that's a joke though. His friend said when I sent him to
She had
this,
to.
I made him spaghetti the night he went to the hotel. And he
Don't
was
eat
like,
that.
you gonna start hearing her name and shit. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I promise you, I ain't just you this. But I will go with that because I can't deal with the emotions of a woman for a year.
That's a lie.
Yo, imagine what I'd be going through.
I
five.
can't. I love women,
Women are nuts.
but I have my boundaries of how I love
what?
women.
I will say this: you grow through the nuts. You grow through.
What's up
Yeah,
with
help
posting
me
that clarity
understand.
shit
Yeah.
Shut up yesterday. I didn't mean it that way. I'm just saying that y'all have enough arguments. Y'all get to understand each other. You kind of y'all understand intention, purpose. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
don't make as many rash mistakes over
Right.
the course of time if y'all are in a good grind.
I might
it's
sound
very hard to
naive,
make
but I
that many
feel
hard
like
mistakes.
we locked in, so I feel like she just be our sex toy for a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I would go with.
Not to
All
masturbation.
right, Tahoe.
I see what's happening.
Let your fiance have a consensual gangbang or enter a 1-year celibacy pact.
Is the
front of
celibacy only with her? I can fuck other people.
Nah. You can't fuck it all for the year.
Do I get to
Or
jerk
you
off?
could just chuck it up and let her take a couple dicks in front of you for one time.
In front, I have to cuck it out.
You gotta watch how you gotta confirm the gangbang happened. So watch like 5 dicks go up in there. And
Wow, you're not helping.
and then her face gonna be like this. Look at me. No. Her face gonna be like this. What's she looking at you? No. Let's practice.
I'm not looking at you. I'm definitely not looking at you.
She over there like.
Have you ever did MMF?
I have. Not with her.
Okay.
That's why it's very important, the person. Yeah. She made that face that she makes. You know that face.
I'm about to cry.
No, make that face.
I'm telling you right now.
Make
if
that face
if I
that you
cry
make
on
with
this
me.
show,
The whole house is catching on fire.
She got to dig in her mouth.
Oh
She got to
my
dig
God.
inside her. She got to dig in her hand.
He's celibate.
One
He's
waiting.
celibate.
One in the waiting room.
not the anonymous cum.
Yo.
Anonymous cum fiance. Yo,
Or you could just not fuck for a year.
Can he masturbate though?
So, no sexual nothing, yo.
You gonna have to take that L.
let me ask you a question. Seriously. No, seriously, I need to answer this question. How do we know I'm not fucking for the year? Is my dick in like a cage or something?
No, then you make the
I just
rules.
cheat.
You
wanna
made up the
put-
rules
you
saying
wanna
no
just cheat.
extraness.
You trying to have a chastity on
Yeah, I would just cheat. Yeah,
You might have to put a chastity
celibacy
on
for a
you.
year and I'll just cheat.
There are ways to lock that dick up. So,
Nah.
you know, we trying to trust in your integrity as a
Nah,
person.
celibacy and I cheat.
Celibacy.
And I cheat.
No. You can't do and I cheat. It's black or white.
We gonna all right, and you're doing your year in a chastity. Apparently, we have to lock your dick up. It's like this. This woman.
Take
It's
the
like
gangbang. Take the gangbang.
The gangbang.
Take the game. I'm breaking up afterwards.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's you can't give her consequences
Have
when
your
you
fun.
chose the gangbang.
Have your fun, but what are we doing?
You chose the gangbang. You cannot break up with her after you were like, yo, I'm gonna let you have this gangbang, and
Yeah.
then be like, all right, you have fun. It's over. Like you can't do
Y'all
that.
made me cry. I said right now, y'all made me cry.
Yeah,
was
she
a
over
good
there
one.
like, the next thing is somebody put a dick in her, like you hear.
She's not helping.
Son, can you imagine that? No, you can't.
Oh.
You said it spitting and all that shit. No,
Can't. Could you imagine your man
You
getting
hear-
gangbang
you
right
hearing
on
this?
Nah,
in front of you?
I would
hear-
do gangbang in front of him.
Right there, arch it, put it in the air, raw arch it,
Niggas
put
faking
it in
that
the air.
shit crazy.
Yeah, that's right. Grab that girl, grab it.
Nigga look at you and say thank
Yeah.
you.
And
She
he
over there.
what?
She trying to make a noise, but
Nah.
she get gagged with a
Nah.
dick.
Nah,
Nah.
see,
Nah.
Celibacy, you change your answer?
I would definitely cry.
Yeah.
No, I'm going through it.
You going through with it? All right,
Okay.
I give
But
you
he's
that.
breaking
All
up
right.
after.
That's some bullshit.
He's breaking
That's
up after.
That's like
I wouldn't want to see my partner do a gangbang, but I wouldn't mind him watching me get a gangbang. I'm not emotionally stable to watch that.
What happened? What did they
So
tie
you would
you
do
up?
celibacy?
I can't do nothing to you.
No, I'm not emotionally stable for me to watch them do it.
So yeah, but what happens? What happens when you break? Emotionally stability just breaks. You watching and you break. What happens?
Well, unfortunately, everybody has to die.
They bigger than you.
They're not bigger than my knife.
We do not condone violence or any
do not.
form.
I don't know.
All right, everybody.
I'm not doing a year.
Would you,
no
all
sex.
of us.
I've
Would
been to jail
you?
already.
Would you rather sleep with your friends? Hold on, accidentally. Hold on. Let me make sure we get this right. All right, your partner. I'm sorry.
like
I
this
just gotta.
stuff.
I'm trying to get it out, but would you rather accidentally sleep with your friend's boyfriend or girlfriend, right? Whatever the respective gender is, or that your girlfriend have your friend sleep with them? Like basically either your friend sleeps with your person or you sleep with your friend's.
Oh, I'm gonna see with my
Person.
friend's person. I did that before.
Billy, just sit this round out.
He did.
He did. That's what. Just sit this round out.
Nuts
Not
for
once,
that.
not twice.
Couple times.
Yeah.
With the same person?
Now that part,
Yeah, you going to hell.
yo,
Nah, he's going to hell.
This is not delusion.
I'm glad we got a white couch. This is the only angelic shit he's gonna see for the rest of his time.
Ever. Because bro, now because he said it like not once, not twice. Like he
Several
said
times.
it. You know what I'm saying? You said it like you were celebrating it. Like, was it good?
Nah.
So why you do it so many times?
I'm checking this nigga pockets on the way out. He's not a good person. If you could do that, you could steal.
No, I won't do that. Yeah,
you stole a nigga girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever. You already
what
did.
What it was is, she talked about how good his dick was, so I had to, check it out for myself.
Oh, he was bisexual.
Nah, he was trisexual.
Yeah, he was trisexual.
I would rather let my friend sleep with my man than me
and not tell you
than me to fuck.
Nah, you lying.
My friend's dude.
You lying. You're doing a good job at lying, but you lying.
Nah, I don't.
You would rather your friend lie to you about anything that serious for you.
I'd rather be ignorantly in bliss than to have my subconscious knowing that I went behind my friend's back.
Okay, but now a year later,
I'm beat that bitch ass.
What about your man?
I mean, I'm not one of those bitches that only attack the other party.
So you breaking up with your friend and you understand what I'm saying? Because you could sleep with the person and then tell them.
I don't necessarily think I would. I'll say this, right? There are certain offenses, but I guess what I'm saying is I would not want to be the one with the morality issue.
I would.
I don't think I would.
Yeah, fuck it. We was in the club, got drunk. I gave her a hug.
Because I feel like it'd make me a hypocrite in mad levels. It's like mad shit that I talk about that it would go against for me to now be the person.
It
it's
would
like
go against everything.
Yeah, it's like being a preacher and then you fondling boys. Like it goes against everything you preach. And I would rather not be the person that people looking at as the inauthentic person. Nah, fuck that. I move straight.
I agree. But at the end of the day, I am human.
I am human too. I won't know for the year, and then when I find out, I'll handle it accordingly.
Yeah, I'm going against you on that one. Definitely, I'm fucking my friend's girl. I would hate it. I would hate it.
Oh, I hate it so much.
I would hate it. Word. I've had this been thrown at me several times over the course of my life, and it's always ruined my relationship with the male friend that I came clean and said, "Yo, your shorty's she's playing herself out of position." The male friends always choose the girl, one way or another.
Really?
It fucks up y'all relationship. Yeah.
That's interesting. I thought bitches was the only ones that delusional.
Friends have always,
respectfully women,
not broken up with shorty for one, kept her around and distanced themselves from me. It's happened every time.
Because they see you as a problem and not her.
I don't know. I guess
that's what that is. They looking at it like, yo, if I just remove him from the scenario, there's nobody looking. They don't realize they're gonna just find another object of there,
which is that's also happened. They've been cheated on, whatever it may be. You know
I think for me, I've been through my phase of doing my dirt, and we all got to answer for shit someday. And I feel like karma is a real. Like my ability to like speak things into existence and all of that, that's my Pisces side. I just feel like that shit would come back to me tenfold if I did it first. And I'm like, I don't want to be the person with that over my head because I know my payback is gonna be vicious. Yeah, fuck that. If he was willing to fuck you and y'all kept that secret for a year, he was never mine.
Yeah, but that's a year of my life. Creating memories.
As long as the dick was good, I probably wouldn't be I'm gonna go through the emotional thing, but it won't be the first person I got over.
So you never fucked a friend's nigga before?
Not without them present.
I like that. Great answer.
I've absolutely done it. Yeah. We fucked their man. I didn't fuck their man. We fucked their man.
I should have tried that approach.
Let me see
Not you having regrets.
Yeah.
All right, well, listen, I know we're at the top of it, and we got 10 minutes, and I wanted to just kind of have a little bit of a balanced debate. We have this segment called, and Tahoe introduced it earlier, Pick We.
Pick We.
Right? The whole conversation here is that usually we're going to have a controversial issue in which Tahoe's going to argue one side, and I'm going to argue the other. Sometimes it's gender-based, but it could also be we on the opposite ends. We have to try to convince you to choose or side one of us. Okay. Right? But then also would love for us after we, choose sides in an argument to have an open discussion about what were the valid points. Like what do we, what I'm saying? What's the conclusion? Okay. All right. So The topic for this conversation is, should individuals in a relationship prioritize their partner's love language over their own?
And I think, well, I'm supposed to argue this point, right?
Well, pick one, because I'm going to go out the other side regardless.
You that good?
I'm good. I'm ready.
I feel like I should pick yours.
Okay.
Just to throw you off, but I'm not.
All right.
So what is your love language?
A person needs to prioritize their own love language first. Mm-hmm. That is the reason why they need to do that, is to be able to pour into somebody else. You need to be in a happy, healthy place. You need to be able to feel taken care of. And if you continuously feel neglected, your climax is going lower and lower and lower. You're not going to have anything left to pour into them. You can't just keep giving to somebody else. It has to be a transfer of energy that's a 360 thing. So if you're just pouring into them, you're draining yourself, and you're draining yourself, and you're draining yourself. And the fact is that, especially if they're not aware, you're not focusing on yourself, and they're just like, oh, this is great. I'm getting all of this love and all of that. They're not aware that you're going through, so you're not even you're not even communicating in a way for them to be able to be receptive to what you need. So yes, you need to prioritize yourself in order to pour into somebody else. There is no way.
I disagree,
don't see
though.
no other way about it.
And I'm gonna tell you why I disagree. First of all, that logic is only true if your partner is not also a pourer, right? If we are both prioritizing each other's love language, then both of people are getting exactly what they need poured into them. Mm-hmm. So nobody's at a deficit or operating at a deficit. And then also, depending on what you're going on in life, there are times where one person needs more than the other. If your mother just died, I'm going to have to pour heavier for a little while, and then it's going to have to switch. So I can't prioritize me when you're grieving the loss of a mother.
That's not fair.
Right? But
that's not fair.
I hear you.
No, it's not fair, because you're assuming. You put yourself in the perfect situation. Oh, I'm a pourer and you're a pourer.
Right.
So that's not the question.
But the argument is that they both should be pouring and prioritizing the other. So should I prioritize my partner's love language? Yes, because
you should.
Because my partner should be prioritizing my love language. Do you understand what I'm saying? We should not be at a deficit. It shouldn't be that. And that's the problem I think that people have now.
I think that this starts before you get to partnership, though.
Okay.
You need to place yourself in a situation that is good for you, emotionally healthy.
Agreed,
and good
but that's
for you
how I love me. That has nothing to do with how I love you.
No, it does. Because if you put yourself in a situation where you're just, say you meet somebody and you're just infatuated with that person.
Okay.
And now you're doing for them. That doesn't mean they're necessarily the type of person to do for you. It doesn't.
But I think, don't we already say that, though?
So now you have not prioritized yourself from the beginning. What you're doing is saying that you automatically land in a perfect relationship where both of y'all are both doing. And that goes back to the secured that we was talking about earlier.
Right.
That's just not a common thing. It's a perfect world. Perfect
That's
storm
true.
of love. But that isn't the norm. It's very far from the norm. So what you need to do from even picking partners, from the moment you even consider being into a relationship, is saying, okay, is this emotionally healthy for me to be with this person?
I can see that, but I'm gonna tell you why I say it still. Because I've also been in a scenario.
I need your vote on this
right,
too. Yes.
Look, no, because I've been in a scenario where I don't even know what I need. Right. And so sometimes you need someone who has the outside lens and they're looking at you, just like I'm the person. You don't know what you need, but I see something that you've been missing your whole life. I'm able to love you from a space that you need to be loved. I'm going to pour this into you because you can't necessarily advocate for what you've never had, right? So it takes for you to meet a person who will do so. I give unconditionally, but for a period of time. Please understand that there is a boundary in which I will pull back when I realize that no, I'm not getting that reciprocity in the situation. But coming out the gate, I'm going to act as if I'm assuming that we're both coming into it with the same intent. Right? Because at the end of the day, I guess the best way I could put it is, if your love language is physical touch and mine's is let's just say acts of service, for example. If I'm just doing acts of service, but I don't give you physical touch, you're not going to feel loved. So I got to give you what you want.
Pushback on that is, I don't want to be with somebody. I wouldn't want to be with somebody. Like if I see them, they're in need, they don't know what they want, that's a problem. at this point in my life, I need to be with somebody that knows what they want in order for it to work.
Knowing what you want and know what you need is not the same thing, Tahoe.
Knowing what you need, it isn't. But if I can see it from the outside, there's more under that. You already said that earlier in this show, that you don't know what a person's like, is what trauma is pushing these triggers of theirs. So if I'm looking at you and I can say, oh, she needs this, there's something under there that's not healed.
But that's not going to be good for me. That's coming under the notion that we're coming to each other always fully healed, and we're not.
No,
there's a level of growth that we experience to each other.
Knowing what you need is kind of a really big deal when getting into a relationship.
But it changes. Because what I needed 10 years ago is not what I need today.
But you need to be emotionally intelligent enough to do that.
To do the work. But a part of emotional intelligence is not just the part that is focused on self. You have to have self-awareness in order to self-regulate, but you also have to have empathy in order to exist with others.
So what I'm saying is
they don't, but they are necessary to be considered emotionally intelligent.
You need to know what's good for you first before you even walk into that.
I could come with a baseline understanding, but it doesn't mean that you're not going to come into my life and notice things that are missing. I can tell you right now, I'm the kind of woman who forgets all the time to charge my phone. I appreciate that I have a partner who will go plug it in while I'm asleep. I wake up in the morning on 100%, always keeping me total. And I realized that there were things in my life that were good but could have been better. And now that I have this person who's focused on my need, they're making my life better. And because I'm receiving that, I'm even more eager to be like, yo, I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm doing the same thing into them. I realized, yo, you don't really take time to exfoliate your skin. I'm going to teach you how to do that, because I think we do have to give in order to get back. And I think the problem why we have so much issues. Yeah. Now, I'm not disagreeing with you on the put the mask on yourself first, but I've done that work before I got to you. So I don't need you to be in this relationship. I didn't come in this relationship to be about me.
But then
I came in this relationship to form partnership.
You did the emotional work on yourself first.
Right.
So I win.
Not necessarily that you win, because the conversation isn't about what we need to do for ourselves. It's about whether we should love the other at a certain place. Once we come together, it's about us. And in order to have union, it has to be consideration on both ends.
I agree. Perfect storm it's on both ends.
It is. It is. It is. But who you picking?
So after reviewing the case, I understand what you mean. 100%. But I don't think that if the question is prioritizing your partner's love language, it has nothing to do with yourself first. So I'm going to have to say I'm going to go with you, because my love language changed over the time. Before, my number one love language used to be quality time and physical touch, to now where I know now it changed to be acts of service. I need you to show up with acts of service, little things. I forget to charge my phone all the time. Charge my phone for me. Or I forget little details that I need throughout the day that you could support me with. So, and just like I know my partner's, my ex, his love language is quality time. So I have to prioritize and make sure that I clear my schedule to make sure I'm pouring into him and what he needs. So as much as I want to agree with you,
I think she did a great job. I also hate the idea that I'm on this show arguing with the vein coming down my face with a woman. They're gonna be like, "Look at this bitch ass nigga."
Not at all.
Arguing with women.
Not at all. Because I don't think we're arguing each other, and that's what I think the value is. People argument is not a bad thing. Argument, debate, when we are voting for a president, what do? They put them up and they give them scenarios to both weigh in on.
But I do think,
your job is to help people understand how your perspectives and views are, so they can choose what perspective aligns with them. But argument can be healthy if you do it in a way where there's growth, because he made valid points. Like I got to keep it real.
I was forcing the conversation because why put yourself in a situation where the person you're with isn't willing to serve you in the same way that you're trying to serve them? So, yes, you should be... being selfless is the shit, bro. It really is. And being with somebody that's also selfless for you, like, when I'm turn this way, your turn that way, we got each other's back. When I put out my left, you put out your right. We kiss the same... Our energy aligns. That is the best thing about being in a fucking relationship. It shouldn't be hard. You shouldn't have to trip over each other's toes and, I had my phone plugged in and I didn't know your phone. Sorry. Like,
I would even argue that being with the right person actually creates room for you to be selfish. Right. I kid you not. And this is not even planned because I didn't know you was going to say what you just said. Right. But I'm going to show you a message that I sent to my boyfriend last night. He was playing his video game, whatever the case is, had his whole day, came home, took a few minutes, but then he was on the game for a couple hours. Honestly, last night I had a headache. It was running all day. I'm in the bed, bundled up with my heated fucking blanket, looking to Cincinnati. And I sent him this message, and this is exactly what I sent, right? And that grid, you could read it, Billy.
The look I want to give you.
And it's basically the look that a woman gives a man. We've been on the game for mad long, like, nigga. The look I want to give you.
Me choosing peace.
Me going to bed instead.
The price of peace.
You got to rub these feet later.
And the reminder of peace. You made this yourself?
Yeah, I did. And I'll send something like that because I wanted him to be selfish last night. He's always taking care of me. So if playing that game is your mental health right now, like it's giving you your release,
that's fire.
Yeah, that's
for
dope.
now, I could say, you know what? Let him be selfish tonight. Now there are nights when I'm like, and then he be texting his homeboy like, yeah.
You ever thought about being a relationship coach?
I end up doing it on the low, no matter what.
Yeah.
People come to me for sexuality coaching, and I don't coach around sex. That sounds crazy, right?
What does that mean?
Like the level of teaching I do in sex is usually if people come to a class and it's a specific topic. But when people book me for sessions, they're having a sex challenge, but I find that the issue is never actually sex. It's usually something impacting sex. It could be a health issue impacting sex. It could be a problem they're having or whatever that's fucking with the sex life. But sex is not always the problem. Now, every now and again, it's like, oh, this person can't please me. This person can't please me. But if you get them to enhance their communication and talk about what pleases them and help them discover it, you find communication was the problem. So I end up relationship coaching more than not. And then even when it's a single person, like I say, if it's a single woman or a single male or whatever, it's still a relationship with self. So they're like, oh, I can't figure out how to squirt. Well, usually what's blocking you from squirting is not your physical ability. It's usually something in your head. So let's work through what's on your mind that you can't shut down when you go into pleasure. It's never sex. The problem is never sex. But it can fuck up sex. Yeah.
Like, and people think trust is just like, am I safe with you is trust. Like, what is your intentions with me is trust. Why do you need this from me? And those is all sex related.
Yeah.
Right?
The
like,
questions out that you got to throw off.
Those is questions that a lot of times women go through that. Men go through the, are you using me or whatever. There's a lot. Trust is a lot of that stuff.
I think to what Billy said, and by the way, Billy, I meant to say earlier, I really, really appreciate you feeling comfortable with us to talk about your childhood trauma. I know that that's not a conversation you can have everywhere. Even if you open about it, I don't talk about my shit with everybody. Right. But one thing you said is, what you said with the trust or whatever the case is, there is a component. You have to understand that this shit started somewhere. And finding that, like, oh, I had one person who, I never share the names, but I can give the scenario to a degree, right? I had one person who was like, my husband, she likes to be choked. She's into that kind of shit. And he used to do it. But then at some point, he went to the military, and when he came back, he would never do it again. And it was this conversation. His trust wasn't with her. He didn't trust himself. And immediately when I heard it, the first thing that I said was, this is PTSD. But I still need to hear more. Bottom line, once we got to the point in the conversation, I said, I really want to work with you, but I need your husband here. I need him in the conversation. And I want to ask him one question. And that's going to determine everything from here on. And I said, I'm going to ask you a question. And I'm hoping that you trust your wife to give the answer. Did you have to kill a man with your hands? He had to choke someone out at war. He was deployed at war and had to literally, for his life, strangle someone. So when he came home, that took him
Crazy.
back. And once he said that, she was just completely like,
I'm good.
Yeah.
You good?
when they did, yeah, like she understood
Never
it,
mind.
but they never had the
Why y'all
conversation.
never spoke? Why did you never feel comfortable telling me that? Is the next question.
And I think for him, he wanted to. I felt like he was relieved when I asked the question. It was like,
Thank God.
Thank God.
yeah. They ended up going to kink classes, learning consent, learning safe words, learning triggers while he was working with his therapist as well on his PTSD. And they were able to learn almost like sleeper cell shit. What would be the wake up word in case she needed him to stop? They are now at the point where they can do those things and he doesn't have that trigger, but it took legit like a year and change of like constant training with somebody present and did it up. But this is a trained Marine. He is a weapon. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I just say that to say, like,
I want to be a weapon.
yo, you know, but that's what I find. Isn't these people just, there's always a level of trust. Can I trust you to tell you that I had to kill a man? Like,
That's insane.
most people do shit at war they never talk about when they come home, unless they talking with other, like, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers who've been to war.
We don't know how at peace we are over here. We talking about a whole different thing over there.
Yeah.
And a day's work. And right into it the next day. So can you imagine the thoughts that go through his mind when she's like, and he's like,
Right.
you know what I mean, goes off into that
And
world.
she came to me because she basically said anytime he would ask her to choke her, he would get soft. And she was like, and I can't do this shit. He want to go and change up on me. I never really want him to fuck with that and do this and that. And I was like, everything was about her. But when you could see it slapped her, she looked at him and she was like, you killed somebody?
Somebody.
Everything changed.
That was the one I did
An
with my
insurgent,
hands.
motherfucker.
Right,
He
yeah.
killed an insurgent.
Right.
Yeah, but the bottom line is you never know. So you know that like you said, the trust. Why are you asking me for this thing? Okay, why are you no longer giving me this thing? But all the time, like, you gonna gun to me? Ask him. So, but you know, I think this was I know we went in a lot of ways, but I loved the conversation and
I enjoyed it.
exploring the delusional, homophobic gay man, Billy. Billy, I don't know if you're that much of a bad guy though.
I'm really a sweetheart.
I just think you're
low-key.
misunderstood. And I don't think enough people take time to seek what's beyond your surface.
Well, thank you.
And you know, when people really get to know you, you really show up and you shine. And it shows that you really do have a core. You're just not about to let people play with you.
At all. I let people
And
play
if
with
people
me too
play
long.
with you, you're going to hell.
Do you think
That's
you're a
it.
bad person? That's
no.
the problem.
I don't think I'm a bad
I don't
person.
think you trust yourself.
I'm still learning myself. I'm still learning, taking accountability for the mistakes I made, how I may have affected people in the past, or for my impulsive behavior. But I'm a work in progress, and I'm loving the person I'm becoming as time goes on.
I will say I really appreciate Billy for coming to the live show we just did.
Yeah.
I really appreciate
I was
you
so happy
being
to
there.
see you.
I know so many people out here, and a lot of them didn't show up. The fact that you showed up says something about me. I love integrity, bro.
On a real shit, when it comes to Billy, I mean, I've learned a lot about you, but I know we never really talked about why we called this unconsciously competent. But the purpose, if you look up unconsciously competent, it studies the learning model and saying that there are phases that you go through before you reach a phase of being competent about certain things without even having to think about it. Like, you know, you just do it in your sleep, but it takes work. And when you get there, you're going to find that there's something else that you got to go back to the first phase every time. So when you say I'm learning about myself, ing is ongoing. You ain't learned. None of us. That's why I said ignorance is going to meet its match. First of all.
Yeah, how rude.
First of all.
I don't know why that
She said, I hope you have a great day.
Like, she's tired. Like,
She
she's
kicking
been
us the
tired.
fuck out. Yeah.
Check the clock.
Yo, Tahoe, you set a time on the clock?
I don't know what's going on.
Damn, Tahoe.
Nah, but yeah, I love that you're in the phase of ongoing
Thank you.
learning.
I want to say thank you for thinking me, but I'm extremely grateful for y'all. Like, I just met you a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're my big sister already. Like, in my head, like I was telling your boyfriend this yesterday. I used to see you. First, I saw you on Hard or Soft, and then I used to see you all the time on my timeline. I'm like, I want to ask her to come on my show one day. I want to ask her to come on my show one day. But I'm as much as of a bad guy I could be. I'm also a shy, scared
Shy a
person.
little bit?
I'm extremely shy. So I always wanted to ask you, but I was always scared. So when Danny put us together, I'm like, wow, I'm getting a chance to work with her.
Look at the odds of that. We got connected not because he spoke to me, but because my friend, who's not even in podcasting at all, knows him. And she was like, oh, I want to set us up to go on this show as friends, talking to me and Sue, because the three of us are all friends from like shit. I can't even remember how many years at this point. Right? But the bottom line is, it all, first of all, when you put out certain shit, sometimes it just comes because that couldn't have happened more like, authentically and organically. And I was like, Danny was like, I want you to go on this thing. And she know, I'm like, whatever, bitch, okay, wherever we're going. Where we going? So it's...
And I met Danny. She came to my second live show. And she was like, she's found me on Horrible Decisions. She was a great supporter. So I'm like, you know her? This is amazing. And then Tahoe, I've been watching you since I started a podcast, and just being up here with you and going to your live show was an amazing feeling.
Thank you, bro.
So I
appreciate
y'all always gonna have a special place in my heart.
Same here.
You had a great moment on stage.
Yeah, I didn't know I was going on stage.
No, of course not. I
you got people off guard, yo. I don't think when you started describing people and shit, I was like,
that sounds like I seen you. You like, oh shit. Yeah. Yes, nigga.
Yeah, and then first I knew it could have been me because Lou was like, "Oh, I hate this nigga," so I was like, "Oh, it better not be me." And then you said her
Lou
boyfriend, huh?
Lou says he hates everybody.
Yeah,
he don't hate nobody.
So I'm like, all right, boom, it's not me. Then I heard you say needs to be studied. I said, fuck.
That's yo.
Get your ass up here.
And he got up there in 5 seconds, killed, and it was like, get off the stage.
Yeah.
Like, just go.
I truly appreciate you, and y'all both are amazing people.
Thank you, babe. We feel the same about you, babe. We're family over here.
We are very excited to continue this show.
Yes.
To bring up people that we really fuck with, you know what I'm saying? And just join this road to being unconsciously competent, man. That's really a thing that I've been trying to do for a couple of years. Just understand and start, get away. I was trained to be ignorant,
right?
When I was younger.
Yeah,
I was trained like that was the thing. That was the live thing to do, is to not give a fuck about nobody or nothing or myself. You know what I'm saying? Most importantly, myself, not giving a fuck.
It just disables accountability, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I guess if there's anything I could say to anyone is that, there's acknowledgement and there's accountability. And while both are action words, one is just you recognizing, I don't know this. The accountability is making an active decision to do the thing and learn it. Like, because a lot of people just are comfortable with saying, oh, yeah, I'm sorry I cheated on you.
Right.
But until you take action to not do it, you're not being accountable. You're just acknowledging this. So I agree with you on that, where we were taught to act like we don't know.
Huh?
How do gay people do that?
I think they go like this. Clock it.
Oh, is that it?
I think that's what they
clock
do.
It.
I think that's what they do.
Nah, that's real shit. Stop. Once you acknowledge you don't know, you got a decision to make. That's technically the second phase of the model. I don't know what I don't know, but now I know what I don't know.
I say, besides my mother doing the bare minimum, make sure I have food and clothes as a child, I basically raised myself. I moved out at 17 to live with a nigga. And I survived this world trying to figure it out myself. I never had, from the age of 17, I worked.
Nobody got him.
Nobody gave me anything. I never asked for anything. I worked at McDonald's, working 60 hours a week, making my own money at $7.25. Just hustling. Just hustling. And I'm not a person that want to ask anybody for anything, because I don't want you to throw that in my face. So I'm going to do what I need to do. And me focusing on hustling and people pleasing, I didn't really learn about myself. So the fact that I'm learning about myself now and able to take accountability, like I had an old podcast host from years ago when the first time I met you. I violated her. I said some crazy things about her.
You feel bad?
Oh. Accountability's coming, y'all.
Hold on. You know what? I texted her yesterday. I was like, this may be too late, but I just want to apologize. But she did deserve it, because she told me. No. Because she told me.
You can't just say I'm sorry and then say that she deserved it.
Hear me out.
I'm stepped on your foot, but your foot shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
Hear me out. She was like, all right, because they wasn't carrying their weight of doing the podcast work. I do everything. All I need you to do is show up. And then they was my other co-host was beefing. I don't have time for that, right? So I let both of them go. But the week after, I had to do Horrible Decisions. But they really wanted to do it. So I was like, well, forget it. That's when I put my new co-host on. And they was like, you gave her an opportunity? And I'm like, yeah, because y'all no longer on the show. Don't act like you want to be on the show now because I'm about to do Horrible, but y'all wasn't doing the work I needed to do before.
Did you tell them
what?
That they wasn't on the show?
Many, I let them know. They knew Horrible was coming up within the next 2 weeks, but they thought I was just going to do it solo. They didn't know I had a new co-host.
I just think communication is such a big deal,
That's
bro.
all it is.
Communication is such a big deal, and we say words, but we don't communicate our feelings. We don't communicate our intentions. We don't communicate our plan or lack of.
But then I have to tell them,
or heads up.
Then I have to tell them that, hey, this is my new plan. Y'all no longer on the show.
Let me ask you this. Did you care about the friendship? Even though y'all weren't on the show, y'all not working together, but was there still a friendship?
For one of them, I did.
So what I would say is, again, honesty versus transparency, right? I could be honest. Yeah, I'm going on a horrible decision. I could be transparent, and I'm taking a co-host with me, a new co-host with me, and it gives a person a head up because that shock value is no joke, and that's what makes a person feel like, damn, did I even mean anything to you, or whatever the case is. So I could see where your accountability comes in, but they also have to take their own accountability. You said this earlier, Tahoe. It's always I hear your version, but also they have to acknowledge they weren't doing what they needed to do, and then this opportunity comes up, and now it's a different energy.
Right. So where I was as a friend was, she called me a broken gay man, and I may have said,
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Okay.
I don't want to know.
A broken gay man, I mean...
That's not the worst thing in the world.
No, it's not the worst thing in the world
Maybe for him to hear it was.
It could be.
Because somebody called me a broken black man.
Especially if I knew you have certain... I guess what I'm saying is I could say something to you that somebody else might not sound that significant. But if you know my trauma and you know what you're doing...
Right.
I knew you was trying to hurt me.
You knew I was you know what you're doing. That's a little bit different.
And I know he went hurt because he's a Virgo. So I don't even want to know what he said.
I won't say it on camera.
But... I give it up to you. You took your reflection. You went back and you said you took your own accountability.
I really don't fuck with accountability if it
is it mutual?
No, I don't fuck with accountability if it puts some of the onus on the other person. Like if I'm gonna be accountable for my behavior and I'm gonna say I'm sorry, I'm just gonna own mine and say, yo, I shouldn't have went that hard. I was hurt by what you said. But I did too much, and I valued our friendship too much to have done that, and I realized that I lost something in that at this moment. At that moment. Today, I know I shouldn't have done that.
Which is only your part.
We can talk about what caused it or something another time, but I need you to know I'm sorry I hurt your feelings.
That's
real. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Yeah,
that's 100%. When it's I'm sorry I hurt your feelings, but you shouldn't have said.
Yeah, that's a hands down. It's a difference between pointing a finger and offering an explanation. Like when this happened, I couldn't help this reaction in the moment. You know what I'm saying? But looking back, I realized, I might have did too much. That's different than saying, when this happened, it wouldn't have happened if you ain't. That's a whole nother walking away.
Don't say but.
Fuck out my face.
My last question before we go.
Nah,
because I'm I got the bad guy name, right? And that's the biggest misconception in me. Like I don't have a heart sometimes to people. What do you think is the biggest misconceptions about you? People may have about you?
Well, it's automatically that I don't have a brain.
That's the biggest misconception.
It's probably because people see the sexual side
brain
of me
bigger
first.
Than your booty.
Right, thank you. That's actually a big compliment. Shit, I ain't gonna lie, I got a good solid 60 inches around him.
Yesterday said, I don't know.
No, but real talk, I think that's what it is. Most of the people who follow me, after a while, they'll message me and they'll be like, yo, it's so crazy because I didn't know. They're like surprised that there's more there. And part of that is my fault, right? Because I purposely presented that part of me first. I definitely felt like I know what's going to hook. And truth be told, I have to hook you. I felt like I have to hook you so I could give you what I need to give you. But I got to get you here first. And I realized when I went a certain route of like the educational, the clean, or whatever, that shit wasn't getting what it is. I gotta be like, when I play with his balls, I'm a da-da-da-da. And so they think, oh yeah, she's talking about sucking that dick, da-da-da-da. And then they hear a clean word like perineum and they're like, oh, she might know a little thing. But the reality of it is that's what catches them, right? And then later on they listen in. But I'm at a point, and that's the reason why this podcast is so like important to me, is because there is nowhere else where you see all of my skill sets or strengths or wisdom or whatever I have show up. I commit myself. I say to myself, I'm always at phase 1. I'm never unconsciously competent to a degree, right? I might be a master of one thing, but I'm always looking for the thing I don't know. And that quest for information. But the biggest thing is I like to give it back.
Okay.
Like you said, nobody's guiding you. I'm
Right.
the same. Nobody had to teach me, but now I'm like, yo, there's no reason why I got to trip on this crack, and I can't be like, yo, watch your step. That's the part I have a problem with.
Yeah.
That's the part we be fucking all tripping over the
Yep.
same crack. Yo, you saw that crack? Yeah,
That's a
nigga, I
fact.
tripped on it too. Why can't I be like, yo, sis,
Yeah.
yo, bro, don't bust your ass. So I'm at that phase. I'm at that phase of when I learn, now I'm trying to figure out who I can help, and I have to learn it the way I had to learn it. Like sometimes, so, but I think that's it. They think I'm stupid.
What about you?
What's the question?
What do you think people have the biggest misconceptions about you?
I would say that I am who I was. I've found purpose in what I've been doing. I believe in my purpose. I believe in our people. I believe that I got a voice. You know, I did things back in the days for attention, right? Like when I was on Twitter or, you know, maybe even early podcasts and shit. It was a lot of attention grabbing, attention seeking, but I know who I am now. I believe in my purpose. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here doing this shit for real because I actually believe that I can affect somebody. You know what I mean? I believe that the biggest conception about me is that, I don't know.
It hits you with the antagonist thing a lot. Like,
Yeah.
because
like,
you play that persona sometimes,
right.
it's like that's
but
who
there's a
you
message
are.
there.
Yeah.
I think that I do my best in everything that I do to get messages, right? And it's just, I know how to trigger people. I know how to get people to listen. I know how to do that. And so I use that skill to get that off. That doesn't necessarily mean that's who I am. You know what I mean?
It's like almost like a similar problem.
Right.
Like you only see this side that's presented.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't seek depth.
Right.
So, you know, you got to figure out the creative ways to give it to them. But I'm at a point where I feel like I've done the work, and I struggle with when people like at your live show, like on one hand when people are like, oh girl, it's the third time I saw you and I never said hi, and I'm like,
Right.
that's hard for me to process. But then the other part when people say like, oh, it's because of her, and I'm like, I have a hard time receiving that. I have a hard time receiving it. I still struggle with it, and I don't.
You're changing life.
I don't want it though in that way. Like I'm not doing it. I don't know how to describe it, but I still struggle with the praise. I always feel like there's more to do. There's more to do. I have to work on that.
Yeah.
I really do, because I do recognize that what might not seem that significant to me could be a life changer for someone else. I do see that, but I don't when they hit me with it, and I'm just like, I love you.
Yeah.
Like they be surprised. I'd be like, can I hug you? You would think I'm the fan, right? Or whatever the case is, or supporter. Cause I'm like, oh, you okay? Come here. What? Because that's just who I am. But I have a hard time taking that. I have, but you know, we working on our progress. I never want to toggle the line of arrogance. And I think that's what it is. I definitely think I paid my dues though.
Agreed.
But
I try my best to be humble at this point.
to be humble. And I think that's what people love about, you know, everything. So we are all getting more competent by the day. We're working on our shit. As y'all see, we all got shit.
Yes.
I think this was a great episode. Billy, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me,
Tahoe,
y'all.
you know, we do what we do, and we're going to be back with another topic.
Yeah.
Billy, tell them where to find you.
You can find me wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. On YouTube, you can follow me at Billy.thebadguy,
right.
Billy. Then you got
You spell Billy?
huh?
Go ahead, man.
You should have a segment called Billy
Some
the Good
people
Guy.
spell Billy Billie.
Oh, okay.
That's true.
Billie Jean, not mine.
You should do a segment called Billy the Good Guy.
Wow. Okay, producer credit. I like that.
I'm just saying, I gave him, that's for
Yeah.
free. We family, but that's for free. But I think it would be that switch where you toggle the fence and give them that bit of like, all right, if I was being nice,
Yes.
I would say this.
I would do this.
That would be cool. I would love to hear from both sides.
Yes, I would definitely do that.
Get a
And
little
then-
angel in the, you know, the devil angel shit picture.
Yes.
Billy the good guy, Billy the bad.
This is why you got so many businesses. Your mind's always running.
Always
We
Always.
gotta vomit shit. That's definitely one thing I can say about us is like, yo, they give us the crazy ass ideas. People be saying to me, no, keep talking, bitch. I'd be like,
Because now my mind already runs. Now I got a photo shoot in my head. But you can find me on Instagram for the podcast, Needs to Be Studied Pod. And again, it's YouTube, Needs to Be Studied Podcast. Wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. And That's it.
There you go.
I love it.
There you
I
go.
love it. Anything else you want to say, Tahoe?
No, I'm good. I'll see y'all on the next episode of Unconsciously Competent.
Bye.
Featuring me.
Hey.